Folks, as if you didn't know, Judge Marcon was a leftist piece of shit. We now know that he's heartless as well. Stick around, folks. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I've also got an interview with Jonathan Turley, who is one of the utmost legal minds in the country. I also listened to Alan Dershowitz a little earlier, and he basically had the same story. He believed this is going just as planned for the Democrats, as long as bad as it is, this was their move. He knew that this was going to go down this way, and he knows this is not going to stand in appeals court. Both of them said this. But at any rate, let's go ahead and get into what the judge did today. He's basically telling Trump that he has no choice but to show up for court. Otherwise, he will put out a warrant and lock him up. Now, Trump has his son Barron's graduation coming up, so that was one of the questions of the day. Now, check out the response here.
So thank you very much. We had some amazing things happen today. As you know, my son is graduating from high school, and it looks like the judge will not let me go through the graduation of my son, who's worked very, very hard. He's a great student. I'm very proud of the fact that he did so well. And I was looking forward for years to have graduation with his mother and father there, and it looks like the judge isn't going to allow me to escape this scam. It's a scam trial. If you read all of the legal pundits, all of the legal scholars today, there's not one that I see that said this is a case that should be brought or tried. It's a scam. It's a political witch hunt. It continues, and it continues forever. And we're not going to be given a fair trial. It's a very, very sad thing. In addition, as you know, next Thursday, we're before the United States Supreme Court on a very big hearing on immunity. And this is something that we've been waiting for a long time. And the judge, of course, is not going to allow us. He's a very conflicted judge. And he's not going to allow us to go to that. He won't allow me to leave here for a half a day, go to D.C. and go before the United States Supreme Court, because he thinks he's superior, I guess, to the Supreme Court. We got a real problem with this judge. We have a real problem with a lot of things having to do with this trial, including the DA, because you go right outside and people are being mugged and killed all day long, and he's sitting here all day with about 10 or 12 prosecutors over nothing, over what people say shouldn't be a trial. So I just want to thank you very much, but that I can't go to my son's graduation, or that I can't go to the United States Supreme Court, that I'm not in Georgia or Florida or North Carolina campaigning like I should be. It's perfect for the radical left Democrats. That's exactly what they want. This is about election interference. That's all it's about. Thank you very much. So thank you.
That's exactly what it is, folks. It is election interference in every way possible. It is a sad shame as to what is going on in this country against Trump. No doubt about it. They are trying their best to take him out. Not working too good for him, but at any rate, and here we go, the great Jonathan Turley.
Watch.
Everything about this case is, in my view, legally absurd. You know, this case is basically a state misdemeanor that had run out on the statute of limitations. And Bragg was forced, after he declined for a long time to bring this charge, to do so. His predecessor rejected it. And so they took a dead misdemeanor and bootstrapped it into effectively trying a federal crime. But the federal crime here under election law was rejected by the Department of Justice. They didn't feel that this should be charged. So you have this crazy case that's going to go forward, and it's going to turn on the testimony of people like Michael Cohen. And Michael Cohen just recently had a judge call him a serial perjurer. And he's going to appear as the center of this case.
Don't mean to interrupt, but Trump tweeted that out earlier today on his Truth Social while he was in court today about how a judge had called Cohen a serial perjurer. Trump put this out today. It's probably one of the many tweets that he put out today that he will probably get fined over and may end up getting incarcerated over. Now, I'm not in a panic if they do try to customarily lock Trump up for contempt of court, for failing to show to the gag order, to adhere to the gag order, or the fact that he just wants to go see his son graduate. they're going to try to find a technical way to put Trump in a cage. They want that photograph too. Like they didn't realize the mugshot was going to hurt them. They're so stupid they think that putting Trump in jail and putting him behind bars and that mugshot is going to be better for them. I think it will cause 90% of this country to vote for Trump. Just my beliefs, folks. I have no doubt or worries about Trump's future. He's got plenty of money, got plenty of good lawyers, and he's got time on his side. About 6 months, folks, we'll be in different shape in this country. We'll be able to vote for Commander-in-Chief Donald J. Trump. And hopefully we'll be able to put Biden and his family for some of these court cases as well, with real district attorneys and real attorney generals from some of these red states. They can bring on civil trials for people like Adam Schiff, Dr. Fauci, and all the liars, the 51 intel agent liars that done their best, Chuck Schumer, to destroy Trump's reputation and lie to the American people in order to dethrone Trump. All these things are treasonous, traitorous, criminal acts, and can be handled up on. So y'all keep throwing the book at Trump. Y'all keep trying to take the man down. He's the Teflon Don. He's the Energizer Bunny. It ain't working, but it's going to be a big theatrical drama show for about the next 6 weeks, just for this one case alone. It's literally going to be like it was today with the news cycles. It's going to be like that from now almost all the way till time of the election. His court cases are many as far as his docket goes, just case after case after case. He's got 91 counts against him, folks. So you know, as things go, he'll be in and out of court a whole lot. They're trying to keep him from being able to campaign, and they're trying to break Trump. It's not going to work, though, folks.
Chance to go after Donald Trump, and they pass. I mean, what does that tell you? I don't know necessarily if Bragg had to take this case. He could have waved it right through. Do you know what Donald Trump? You know what his voting percentage was in 2016 and 2020? You know what, Carly? 2016 was what?
10%.
Yeah, and 2020 it was
12%.
All right. So I asked this question: has Bragg brought a case that he can win? I don't know, but if he gets the right jury, there's a chance.
My answer to that, my bet, Harris, is the answer is no. But when we talk about that jury, part of the motions this morning that the judge assessed was a motion on behalf of the jury and the jury pool, right? And saying essentially, how are we going to get a fair jury here? The judge responded, this is the most exhaustive questionnaire he's ever seen, he says. He says at the end, there'll be no doubt how the jurors feel about Trump. But at the end of the day, as you saw him standing there before the cameras, he's essentially saying, look, Americans, I'm standing for you.
Well, it's interesting. So you brought up the 12%. And I was reading an op-ed this morning that said that if the jury is made up of 12% of people who even have the thought that there might be reasonable doubt, whether they support Trump or not, that's a hung jury. So it is interesting, right?
That's what I think will happen,
number, or any percentage, really.
I believe this will be a hung jury situation, folks. I don't believe they're going to be able to get all of the jurors to find Trump guilty. I believe there's going to be some holdouts. I think there's going to be some people that have questions. There's going to be some people there that are not Biden Democrats. And that will probably be the savior that Trump needs in this one particular civil case. Like, subscribe, and share. Devoted Patriots. Everybody have a great day. Hope you enjoyed.